Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to learn another new topic which is going to be about pronoun. So last time I talked about the definition of pronoun, and I also gave you a little bit of examples in the like a month ago, I think in the beginning of last January. And so today we're going to go a little further and we're going to explain it in detail. So please stay tuned. ክቡራት ተኸታተልቲ እዚ ቻናል ሎሚ ንምሃሮ ብዛዕባ ሓደ ካብቲ ኣካላት ናይቲ ቋንቋ ዝበልናዮ ሓደ ኣገዳሲ ፕሮናውን ዝበሃል ወይ እውን ኣካላት ናይ ቋንቋ ሓደ ኮይኑ ብዛዕባ ንምሃርና ማለት እዩ ሶ ምክትታልኩም ጽውዕ. So what do you mean by pronoun? A pronoun is a word that, or a group of words probably, that we use on behalf of what? On behalf of real names, all right? So the real names means like names like proper names. Remember, like when I was teaching about the kinds of nouns, I talked about types of nouns, okay? So names means like nouns with which we are called or with which we are known. And therefore today we're going to see the real names, for example, like this one. And Asmerd. Asmerd stands for she, okay? Nisa. Or she. This is the pronoun. This is the real name, but this is the representation. Or if we say Asmerd, it means in the Asmerd can be represented by she. Asmerd تدعينا she خنبلا نخدنا أبت pronoun. أكند اسم كتكمل خلنا مالتي. أكند 10 ساعة أنا عم تسوع she خنبلا نخد مالتي. What about if we say Eritreans? It means we. نحنا مالتي. All right? If we say Eritreans, we. But if I say like Eritrean, that stands for one person. But here in this case we have S. That means it's a plural. It's more than one Eritrean or more than one person. So it becomes, that's why it becomes we. If it was without S, if it was like Eritrean, that would have been probably I, okay? Now, what about here? If we are talking about Ethiopians also, if we are the ones who are talking about them, then Ethiopians, they become they, because we are talking about them. So in this case, so what if we are saying here this one, Americans, because we are talking about Americans, and therefore Americans become what? They. And sometimes also nouns can be represented by, just like human beings, by other names. And therefore, if we say lion, then lion can be represented or substituted by it. And it can be used as a word for things and animals as well. And what about chair? Chair, that is chair. That's my chair. That chair is good. It is good. Now you can see this one. It is good. That chair is not good. It is not good. So we can see here chair can be represented or replaced or can be used on behalf of the real name of chair. It can be used as it. We can replace chair with it because it's a singular. If they were chairs, probably we would also say, what would we say? We would say chairs can be replaced by they. The chairs. They are chairs. They are chairs, okay? Anyway, let's go to the next one. Mabratu. Mabratu is a real name for a man. Especially in the case of Eritrea or even in Tigray region, this name is very common. So we use it for the real name for a man, okay? So here in this case, Mabratu, we're talking about him and he becomes he. So he can be used on behalf of Mabratu as a pronoun. And therefore, what about here if we say students? If we are saying students at a class, at the present class, one like this, for example, assume that teacher is teaching And therefore, we have students in front of the teacher, and therefore the teacher becomes I, okay? In this case, for example, I am teacher, so I become teacher I, okay? What about the students at the class? They become you. So when a teacher talks about, for example, students stop talking, that means you guys stop talking. He's talking to them, to the students. So in this case, the students at the class, they become what? You, or ንስኺ ወይ ከዓ ንስኹም ይኾኑ ኣለዎ ማለት እዩ ብሓፈሻ እንታይ ማለት እዩ እቲ ቀንዲ ሽማት ዋና ሽማት ንብሎም ዘለና ብምንታይ ክንድስም ክትክኡ ይኽእሉ ክንድስም በዚ ክንድስም ክትክኡ ይኽእሉ እዮም ኣስመረ እንተኢልና ንሳ ሺ ማለት እዩ ኤርትራያንስ ንሕና ንዛረብ ስለ ዘለና ካብ ብዙሓት ስለ ዝኾና ንሕና ማለት እዩ ኦኬ ንሕና ክንብል ብንሕና ዝብል ክትከኣኽእል ኢትዮጵያውያን እውን ንሕና ብዛዕባኦም ክንዛረብ ከለና ዘይ ክንብሎም ንኽእል ንሳቶም ማለት እዩ او تخرحم خلنا مالتي Americans كنقول كلنا خا أمريكاوين كنقول كلنا خا بزعبهم نحمس لدلنا نساتهم تاني بلهم زي نبلهم لا يعني تينا خا أمبسا مالتي أمبسا خا ببرناو كوكل كله هي شيء أي نبلوننا معناته هي وزر لهم هي وزي بلهم نجارات إيت ويك بزحان تقولهم كا زي لنا نوكلهم مال السلزي أمبسا تاني بلهم إيتنا نبلهم ويك نسون بلهم And chair, what about chair? Chair ማለት መንበር ማለት መቀመጥ ማለት ሰዲያ ማለት ሰዲያውን ታይ ንብሎ ኢቲና ንብሎ ምክንያቱ ህይወት ስለደይ ብሎ በሐበሻ መብራህት ሆነ ብል ከለናኻ ስም ወዲ ስለተኾነ ብምንታይ ትካ ወይ ካብ ምንታይ ወካል ክንድ መብራህቱ እንታይ ንብል ክንድ መብራህቱ ሂ ንብሎ ተባታይ ስለተኾነ ምስ መረድ ግን ጓንስቲ ስለተኾነ ሺልና ማለት so pronoun ንብሎም ዘለና አክንድስም ንብሎም ዘለና እዚኦም እዮም ማለት So if we have students at the class and teacher is teaching, member ndam haran kullo, ot member ay khonalo tizarab zallo, otom tamaro abet murzalloha, you khonalo weka nisxatkum weka nisxum ilu nizarab mit member mal. So with this we are about to finish the meaning of the pronoun and the words and how we replace those real names with the pronoun. So now let's move to the next one. And this is going to be about the kinds of pronouns. So welcome again to my channel. So please subscribe my channel as well. So before I forget, because sometimes I forget it. So please do so. Now without further ado, we're going to talk about the kinds of pronoun. So I said pronoun means like a word or a group of words that we use on behalf of real names, right? So in this case, we're going to see the kinds of pronouns. So how many kinds of pronouns do we have? We have many, but in this case, we're going to talk about four major pronouns. So what are these? First, personal pronouns, objective pronouns. Personal pronouns are basically, I was talking about them here. Like he, she, we, they, it, he, you, and I, okay? These are really the personal pronouns that we are talking about. Now, what about this one? Objective pronouns can we call تقبل مالتي تقبل action, okay? Give me, tell him, me, something like that, okay? What about here in the third one? Possessive pronouns can we call Possessive pronoun means simply and things that we talk about ownership. بزعبا واننت كنزارب كلنا ويك أكند واننت كنزارب كلنا his car, her phone, her father, our teacher, our country. إزين كم زين قالت إزين نايمونا نقوانا غلوها تاني بلون possessive pronoun نبلون possessive pronoun مالتو نايمونا نكنسم مالتو كسب إلنا خدمة بتي كمجلس خبر خلقه كن بحفشاوي الجمالات. What about the last one? Reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronoun means a pronoun that we talk about ourselves and, for example, our own reflections. It could be actions or it could be just like state of condition. And therefore, for example, myself. I went by myself. I live by myself. She can drive by himself or ourselves, okay? Things like that or words like that, we use them as a reflexive pronouns. But don't worry about it. I'm going to go a little in detail when I'm discussing about them. بحافشة نزين 4 عينة كندسم على أنا أوتي personal pronoun نقول صحنا أبزون نتقصد صنحة she, he, she, we, they again, it, he, you, I زبالكو مالتهم أبزون بزيادة أبزخ قلت مالتهم. So let's go to the more of the personal nouns, okay? So personal nouns, when we talk about personal nouns, we have 3 personal pronouns, 3 types of it. For example, we can categorize them based on their nature. I means ane, singular person malati, singular ንጽል አካል ማለት ነው. we ንሕና ማለት ነው. እዛ plural ወይካ plural form ወይካ ድርብ ማለት ነው. So we call this one first personal pronoun, or we call them the talking person. እዚኦም እንታይ ንብሎም እቲ ቀዳማይ አካል ንብሎም ቀዳማይ አካል ንብሎም ቀዳማይ አካል ክንድስም ማለት ነው. So እንታይ ንብሎም በኋላ ዘረባ እቲ ትዛረብ አካል ወይካ ተዛረበይ አካል ንብሎም. For example, when assume this case, now a teacher is talking to the students. So a teacher becomes what? I. ተዛረበ አካል ሆናለሁ እቲ መምህር ከዛረብ ከሎ ማለት. So this is what we call the first personal pronoun. እዚ ኸ ቀዳማይ አካል ንብሎ ዘለና እዚ አካል እዚ እንታይ ይባሃል በኋላ ዘረባ ተዛረበ አካል ይባሃል ወይ ውን the talking person, okay? But what about here? Now if we proceed to the next personal pronoun, we also have this one. You, ንስኻ, ንስኺ. You again, this is plural form, but this is singular. ንስኻትኩም, ንስኻትክንካ. And what about here? Second personal pronoun. This is first personal pronoun, but this is second personal pronoun. But here, remember, this one is singular second personal pronoun. What about here? Plural second personal pronoun. ዝግን ድርብ እዩ ዝግን ካልኣይ አካል እዝን ቀዳማይ አካል ማለት ቀዳማይ አካል ካልኣይ አካል. So what do we call this second personal pronoun? ሰማዒ አካል እቲ ሓደ ክዛረብ ከሎ እዚ ክዛረብ ከሎ እዚ ካይሰምዕ ማለት እዩ. Assume, as I told you before, I'm going to repeat it. I is teacher. You, these guys, are students. So in this case, the talking person is teacher, but the listening part is the listener. I didn't put it here. The listener, all right? The listener. The listener person. The person who listens, okay? The person who listens, in this case, the students, they become what? Second personal pronoun, right? And then what about here? In the third personal pronoun, we have 4 pronouns. We're going to go over them. Okay, let's go. He ማለት ማለት እዩ ንሱ. She ማለት ንሳ. It ማለት ንሱ ንነገራትን እንስሳታትን ማለት እዩ. ንድሞ it ንብሎ ንመንበሩን it ና ንብሎ ሴዳ ማለት እዩ. ንካሜራውን ኮሚና ንብሎ. All right? They ካ ንኹሉ ጥቀመሉ. They ካ እንታይ ማለት እዩ? ናይ ዚኦም ኩሎም ብዙሕ ማለት ድርብ ናይ ዚኦም ማለት ናይ ሰለስቲኦም. They ንሳቶም ወይ ካ ንሳተን ንስሳታት ክንጥቀመሉ ንኽእል ንሰባት ክንጥቀመሉ ንኽእል. ነዚ third personal ነዚ እንታይ ንብሎ ኩሉ third personal pronoun. Third personal pronoun ka singular third personal pronoun, singular third personal pronoun, singular third personal pronoun. But this one, they, is plural third personal pronoun. Ezigin salsai akal dirib malat khonalu. So the third personal pronoun means salsai akal malati. Salsai akal ta malati. It bizabu zirrab wayka thammai akal malati. So in short, we have 3 personal pronouns, okay? We can categorize them into 3. Absolutely, كنمدبهم نخلنا. دزاربو أكل، دسمع أكل، تحمي أكل. إلنا بحثر زبالك الحزون نخل مالتي. سلزي هذا السب I and you أن حدا زعبا خل السب كنزارب كلنا. تاني خون first personal pronoun خون እቲ ዝዛረብ ዘለኹ ሰማዓኹን እቲ ብዛዕባ ዝረብ ዘሎ third personal pronoun ዝብልና ኢኻ ወይ ከዓ ተሓማይ ኣካል ንብሎ ዘለና እቲ ምሳና ዘየለ ማለት እዩ so I think with this we end up the today's session. Tomorrow I'll be discussing about the remaining three pronouns. So please keep watching. With this I end up today's class. Stay tuned and please also subscribe my channel. Also give me comments about the class and probably you can also give me your input about this where I'm getting right or wrong. So please keep doing so. And with this I end up today's class. So take care. Bye bye.